Welcome, welcome. Good evening. This again is Wednesday, September 1st, 2021. Welcome to the Keeping It Real Conversations with Sunshine show. I am your host, Camila, aka Sunshine. If you have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do so. It is the name of the show. We are live on Spotify. We are live on Groove Radio Detroit. We are live on YouTube, Mixcloud, all of these good shows. Just find us. As I say, I believe in 6 degrees of separation. You are one person away, one advice away, one help away from where you need to be in your destiny. Tonight, I am so excited. I've been excited all night, all day. I had a long, super night, but it's all worth it when you get to talk to some of the dopest people that you could ever meet in life. So my last guest for this evening, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh, you buffering.
Oh, girl. Hold on, let me see if I can do this a different way.
I think you're doing better. So we're gonna welcome Baby Doll to the show. I am grateful to have her on. We just got off with.
Can you hear me?
Huh? I can hear you. Are you still buffering?
Can you hear me? I'm not sure. It's not buffering on my side. I think it's just on your side. So you gotta let me know if you can hear me or not.
I can hear you, but it's like going, like it's dragging a little bit.
Okay. I'm gonna see if I can dial in and it might make it better.
Okay.
I don't even know how to run this stuff. It's not quite working for me.
I think it's doing better now. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So I just want to thank you, of course, for coming on the show this evening. I let people know how I know the person that I normally have on. So I just met her. How's it been? 2 weeks now? 3 weeks? She's gonna be
I think it's 2 weeks.
about 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I met her while I was auditioning for a fashion show that's coming up in October 9th to be exact. The fall, no, Flavors of Fall. And she was rocking the stage. And as we say, 6 degrees of separation, in walks my former friend, or not former friend, but former coworker from the post office. And I'm like, what you doing here? And they began to talk and we were introduced to each other. And I said, she the same person you've been telling me for at least a while that we was going to hook up and she need to be on the show. So here we are today from that conversation of meeting you at the audition. So how did you get into the fashion world?
I went to this one event. I don't know if you know about the fashion shows on the Belt downtown.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really big fashion show that happens like once a year. I went there and just seeing the other girls walk down the aisle. At the time, I was just a spectator. But the vibe that they gave, the you could tell how much they enjoyed what they were doing. And I didn't feel like I should be a spectator. I felt like that should be me. I should be walking down this aisle and everybody looking at me, you know. It's not really an attention thing. It's more so, something that I love to be on stage under the lights. I love it all.
Mhm.
So to experience that for myself, I was like, I definitely want to be a model. Like this is for me. Looking is not just for me. I gotta do the walk. It's gotta be me. So from there, I just started looking up modeling events and going to different casting calls, and I was just hot. Everybody loves me, so I wound up doing more and more, and that's how we basically ended up here.
So how many shows have you actually walked in?
I want to say 5. I've done 5 shows.
Mhm. And
Yeah.
so I was telling everybody when I went to audition, I had did 2 shows before. It was for the same person, Stacey Wells. Hopefully she's watching. I modeled for her clothing line. And that was the first time I did it. And it was a confidence booster. Like, man, you couldn't tell me nothing. You got on this
Yes.
nice outfit, uh,
Yes.
dressed up,
Yes.
wear makeup, your hair, everything. And when I
Yep.
walked, it was like I've done this before, even though I hadn't. Did you feel like that?
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's definitely, I have to agree with you on it being a confidence booster because I once suffered from low self esteem, and it definitely helped me become um, more loving to myself, and more accepting to who I am and my body size, to see more girls doing it and then them encourage you when you get on a runway. It's amazing to be around other women like me. And to see them even come up from low self-esteem, and to see how excited everybody else is to see us, and then being able to build up other women. It's an amazing industry.
Absolutely. I like the fact that the women that we are around now, that's one of our things, like no negativity, not even from yourself about yourself,
Right.
um,
Absolutely.
let alone
Yep.
anyone else. From the rehearsals, is everybody is a one body, a one team. Everybody looks different.
Hmm.
We all come in and it could be the tallest girl to the more healthier girl, and it's all shapes and
Yep.
sizes,
Yep.
and I love it.
Yes.
So what are
Absolutely.
some things that you do as a confidence builder outside of walking the doing modeling?
Um, what else do I do to build my confidence? Um, I like playing the makeup. Um, I like seeing different hairstyles on me. Me on the runway, I love to create different characters. So that first starts at home. With I feel like I have different personalities, but just being able to create a whole nother character at home and to see myself, go from one thing to something else. And it's something that I did builds my confidence. Every time I see me being successful at something, learning something new, and then the avenues of the fashion world can go anywhere from hair, nails, skin, so planning all those different things makes me confident every time I can see myself transfer from one thing to another. It's amazing.
So do you embody that? Like, say for instance, I'm into superheroes. And so the women look so,
Mm-hmm.
feminine, but they look so powerful, like don't mess with them. And so I'm all like, this is who I want to
Yeah.
embody. Like, from whatever my confidence in, like the flavor of fall. I want you guys, if you are here, not even if you're not here, I want you guys to support this event. It's coming October 9th. It's going to be at the Doubletree in, is that Southfield, right?
Yes, no, that's not Southfield. It's Dearborn.
Dearborn.
Yep, it's Dearborn.
I want you guys to support this, not just because we're both of us is in it, but because of what we're bringing to the stage. It's not just modeling, it's a whole vibe, it's a whole attitude, from dance moments to
Absolutely.
coming to America. I mean, we about to bring it. And when I say every woman has something different to bring, you really, really want to be there. Trust me, you want to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what are some other things as far as like, women who never walked before? What are something that they can work on for themselves?
Um, I think you definitely should practice your confidence at home. So, like looking in the mirror, and loving different things about you, and finding love in you, in your size, what makes you accept yourself. So, finding your acceptance at home, I would say, is very important because it helps on the runway when you're more confident in you and how you look. It shows to everybody else, and it makes people like us that started off with no confidence, or low confidence, want to get up and do things that they never tried before too. Looking at other girls, I watch runway shows all the time. Different designers, seeing what they put out, also trying on different stuff, and seeing how you like things to fit on your body and what basically just like falling in love with yourself, but that takes time and effort.
She asked me, I think it was, yeah, yesterday, like what type of style for the Coming to America did you want to do? And she was like, oh, it was a
Mm-hmm.
whole piece, or it was a two piece, or, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
do something I've never done before, and that's wear something that's a two piece. And that's a confidence
Mm-hmm.
builder in to me of something that I've never done before, not even a two piece in a swimsuit or anything like that, because I was always worried about my stomach and the rolls or what people are going to say and think.
Yeah.
At this point in my life,
Yep.
I don't care
Yep.
what people think. I am
Yep.
definitely loving me.
Yep. Yep. It starts there. It definitely starts there.
Wow, I am definitely excited again to see the development. I look at some of the women now who came in the first day shy, not understanding some things or the different
Yep.
poses. This is our homework. Work on our different
Mm-hmm.
poses and
Yeah.
what if you have
Yeah.
what if you have that, and I look forward to it, the twice a week of going there and getting ideas from other women, rubbing elbows with them. Like, I don't know what they're going through.
Yeah.
I don't know what they came out of, but
Mm-hmm.
thank God that we are coming out of cocoons, and we're going to be a blossoming
Yes.
beautiful butterflies.
Yes. 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 I just want to say that even if you aren't modeling, we can always be supportive to one another by complimenting each other and being kind. When you see somebody out in public trying, or we're at these events, where we see other girls that aren't so confident with themselves, positivity, positive words, encouragement goes a long way. Sometimes the way people say things and the way people look at us and talk about heavier girls make us, pushed into that dark hole. They push us into a hole of being insecure, and I think that sometimes it helps for other people to be so supportive and encouraging. Even when we go to these classes, we see other girls encouraging other girls to push on and keep going, and it makes them want to, smile a little more and do a little more, with they want. So I feel like it takes a little bit of everybody, even the one that don't think they want to model, encourage somebody, lift somebody up. We all need that.
One of the homeworks was go home and look at yourself in the mirror, whether it's naked or if you want a bra and panties. So you'll love what you're looking at and get comfortable with you, then nobody else can say anything. And I thought that was a cool thing
You
because
have to love you.
I came from a era in my life where I didn't look in mirrors, period. And so
Yep.
where I am now, to love my body, however, rolls and all, is my body. And the confidence thing is a really good booster to do to really start loving yourself. Playing in makeup, seeing what works, what don't work. It's fun to create your own look. So outside of modeling, what else do you do?
I also act. I'm starting a web series that's supposed to be coming out in 2022, so y'all keep a lookout for that. I haven't been in any movies that's out yet. I have been a couple of extras in the movie that's coming out at the end of the year. But yeah, I love acting too.
Are you into music?
I am. I love music. Music is more of a acting and modeling and get a career out of it. But music, I love music. I love all kinds of music, jazz, country. I listen to a lot of music, and then I like poetry events. There's a nice little poetry spot on the west side of Detroit. I forget the name of it though. I'm gonna have to shoot you a message with the name of it. But yeah, that's a nice little event that go on with poetry that I like. So yeah, I like music.
So how did you get the nickname Baby Doll?
And one of my friends, when I started modeling, it's like, you have to say little baby. And my name should be Baby Doll. And it kind of just stuck with me. It's bittersweet because a lot of the older ladies don't take me serious. So we'll be sitting down, we might be drinking wine or something together, and the ladies will look at me crazy like, should you be drinking? Like, I'm not 30. What you mean? Yeah, kind of just stuck with me.
Wow. I was wondering myself, like, is it, the voice? Is it how she performs on the stage? Where did it come from?
Yeah, I have a few different. I don't even want to call them characters because they don't have personalities, and there's so many different things that I can create. It's just like once you give me an outfit, I kind of play off the outfit, so it can be anywhere from a movie that I've seen or my mind just kind of put looks together. I've also went to school for cosmetology, so I consider myself a cosmetologist. But when I'm presented with an outfit, the look of the hair and the makeup and the nails and all different types of accessories come to mind when these different characters. and they can't wait to see what Baby Doll is gonna bring up next, you know. So yeah, that's kind of where my looks come from.
Okay. I know a couple of girls were saying, you bring accessories with you to, accentuate, what the dress or outfit is, or just your personality on stage.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, you could play with your makeup and create almost anything depending on how good you are at it. You know, so it really depends that day on what. If my outfit is screaming, then I won't make my makeup scream. I'll kind of make my face subtle so you can pay attention to the outfit. You know, one lady that I ran into that was really good with like teaching modeling. She was saying that we're just walking hangers. You know, people really come to see the clothes. So when you put too much on yourself, then it takes attention off of the clothes. So you never want to have too much hair or too much makeup when you're trying to sell somebody's garment. Um, but for like Trisha's shows, you know, we are the entertainment. So it's more than just the clothes. She wants us to create like a whole vibe for these people and interact with them and entertain them. So that's something totally different. Now we're creating, you know, scenes and dances and keeping people enjoying themselves. It's totally different from like straightforward runway modeling.
Yeah, because it's definitely going to be a
Yeah.
show from start to finish.
Yeah. We put on the show for sure.
So I'm excited about that. I said I wanted to be in every aspect of the show. Again, this is something I don't do this often, but when the opportunity presented itself, I was like, I just gotta try. Um, and I said I was doing it for myself, even if they didn't
Yeah.
choose me. But I think the day they was
Mhm.
like, oh yeah, her, yes, we want her, and
Yeah.
so that made me feel good to be chosen. And now that I'm in
Yes.
it, it's like, yes, the closer we get to this date, I'm definitely looking forward to the more of the learning, the dances. I think
Yeah.
I'm in the opener, the Coming to America, and I'm in the other
Mhm.
part of the dance. And so again, I look at it.
Yeah.
There's no age limit, even though I'm not old, but um, I'm doing it for me. And I hope and
Yeah.
pray that people will come out and not just support me, but the whole. This is black owned. She has her own clothing line, and we're all coming together to make sure that her dreams come true. And I'm glad that we are both a part of that. And
Mhm.
so, um, something else I wanted to say. Have you been featured in any magazines?
Nope, not yet, but it's coming. It's coming. Hopefully by next year I'll be able to be inside of a magazine.
So, would you want to
I
do
hope so.
modeling full time?
You know. Yes, absolutely. Yes. It starts off as an investment. You know, I mean, once you start putting yourself out there, it's not always you're gonna go straight to paid gigs. Some gigs you have to invest your own money into to build your portfolio and be able to present something to the big companies that's paying people. You know, so sometimes it start off as a investment for yourself. Most of the time, it starts off like that. Um, so we wind up putting a lot of money into these things, and you know, you have to work in order to keep up with it. So right now, I work and model and I act, you know, and different stuff like that until something pays off. But it can be strenuous at times.
I understand. How are you
Yeah.
as we say, I'm interested in the whole part of you. Um, what are some other things that people don't know about you, like a guilty pleasure or something?
A guilty pleasure?
Yeah, like
Mm,
somebody might like ice cream and strawberries at midnight. I don't know.
I like to mix Doritos with chocolate chip cookies.
Well, that's
um,
different.
yeah, it's very different. It's I don't know, it's something about it. Um, I like the smell of Home Depot. It smells really good to me. Um, I don't know. I'm the platform kind of pop music girl. I don't look like that girl, but I'm definitely that girl. I like bubble pop.
Like
Yeah,
Britney
that's
Spears
me.
type stuff.
Um, who's somebody? I don't want to say her, but she's the first name that came to my mind. So I like Billie Eilish. Annie Marie, she's a better girl. Billie's music can be kind of dark occasionally.
Mm.
Um, but Annie Marie is pretty. She's pretty uppity. But yeah, people wouldn't assume that that's like my go-to music. I'm really big on meditation and like balancing myself out. You know, my chakras are important to me. You know, different stuff like that. I would associate myself with like Janae Aiko. I'm more of that kind of girl. Essential, down to earth, kind of stay out the way. You know, yeah.
Yeah, I like her.
It's a
Somebody
fun.
put me onto her,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, she really, this is really good. Like, really speaking, not holding anything back, but it's her
Yeah.
truth, and I think that is what we all need, especially in being in a creative space, is being honest, whatever
Yeah.
that is. So, I was thinking, at one point, mine used to be hot Cheetos and pickles.
Oh, yeah. I never tried that. I'm not a really big pickle fan. Yeah. I
I
love me
haven't
some
eaten
hot
pickle in a
Cheetos. I've
minute.
had my moments.
I haven't. I have to say, I haven't
Yeah.
really ate pickles like I used to. My husband don't really eat them that much, so I don't buy them. But it used to be just open up the
Yeah.
inside of a pickle and just put Cheetos in the inside and just eat it. It's weird.
I'm gonna record myself and send it to you, like, and see how I like it. That's a weird combination, though.
Yes, it is.
I've
That's
heard somebody doing like cream cheese inside of pickles with hot Cheetos inside. A weird combination.
mm, cream cheese and pickles.
Yeah, and then they put like the hot Cheetos inside of the cream cheese.
I don't know. Listen, I mean, I didn't put some weird stuff together. That's one of them. And I was a person that would eat cereal by itself without no milk, just eating bowls of it, like Fruit Loops, Golden Grams,
No.
just eating it, no milk.
I I wish I could eat cereal. Cereal makes me really sleepy for some weird reason.
Really?
It makes me extremely sleepy. Yes, so I have to stay away from the cereal. But yeah, I recently just converted over to being a vegan. I mean not a vegan, a vegetarian. Excuse me. Um I was on my way to being a vegan, so I had to stop eating a whole lot of stuff. Any artificial flavors, artificial sugars, anything that's not natural and doesn't come from the earth. I had to get rid of it at one point in my time. I just recently started eating back like chips and drinking juice and stuff like that. But
So
I
was
kind of shied
that
away from it for
just
for a very
because,
long
or was
time.
that health wise?
Which one? When I was converting to a vegan or when I converted to a vegetarian?
Either way.
Um, when I started my vegan journey, I was doing that for my health, my overall health. just trying to reset some things in my body. I believe the things that you eat mess with your mind. So trying to get my mind, my total everything together, my mind, my body, and my spirit. So I was kind of just starting all the way over. And then I did it for like 7 days. I did a clean. I lasted for about three doing what they asked me to do. But then I ventured off into my own stuff because the diet was so strenuous. It's a really difficult diet. But I converted to vegetarian because I recently started dating a vegetarian, and it just seemed like it worked for the both of us to be on one accord. Vegans are much more strict than vegetarians are. Vegetarians they just don't eat meat, and vegans, it has to be all natural. Everything has to be all natural, organic. Nothing from animals. They stay away from milk, cheese, eggs, all that stuff. A vegetarian can eat all of those things.
Okay.
Yeah. So it kind of worked out for us.
Oh, that's good. I was wondering, like sometimes we go on changing our diets based off of, health reasons, or like sick, disease, illness, or something like that. Um, so with that changing of your diet, have you found yourself losing weight?
Yes. I used to actually be 330, and now I'm 250. So I did a deep dive for sure. And then it's a lifestyle change. So it doesn't drop you immediately. It takes time, but the more I see myself going through it, the longer I'm on a diet, the more I see myself losing inches and in different areas where I was a little insecure at, they're starting to be more tapered in. My walking is better because back then when I was 330, it was affecting different things. It affected my posture. My legs always hurt it because they're a little heavier than a lot of things on my body. Um, but yeah, it caused a lot of problems when I was heavier. So to lose the weight made everything feel better. My back, my legs, all that good stuff. So it took time, but it was definitely worth it. Um, I wasn't sick, like any diseases or anything like that. I just felt like, if I want to help myself in any type of way, it's got to start with the things, well, the way I think first, and then the things that I put into my body. I really truly believe you are what you eat.
Hmm. I believe that. I think my issue, to be honest, is being consistent. I have moments where, you know, I'm not trying to eat pork, I'm not trying to eat beef, or I was just eating fish, and I thought I was too grown and started going back, and then I could tell the difference of when I started going back to eating everything versus just eating fish or salads and things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
And so I have
Yeah.
to continue to be
Mm-hmm.
consistent in that, more vegetables, more fruit, and keeping it off, because of not just health
Yeah.
issues, but because that's what, I'm older now and I want to stay at a even weight. I don't want to keep fluctuating. And it helps having a consistent
Yeah.
partner with you.
Yes. 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 It also helps to be on one accord. Um, I used to be in a relationship where we weren't on one accord, and I was going towards um, being more healthier, for not just for me, but for my kids too, you know, train them up right. And I believe that, they'll have better options to choose from when they get older. When I was younger, it was just you eat what I cooked or you ain't eating at all, you know? And me, it was in a relationship that I was in. It was like you can either eat what they got, or you can eat what I'm giving you, and it kind of gave a healthier option, you know. So they get to choose. Growing up, they had a choice. I didn't necessarily have a choice when I was growing up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I do it for more than just me, you know, my children as well. But it seemed like I worked better in a relationship where we were on one accord than having a partner that didn't support the walk that I was on. It's like going down two separate paths. Eventually y'all wind up being far away from each other and not even on the same page about where you're going as far as health.
Mm-hmm. So do you feel like eventually you will be teaching modeling to younger people?
I do. I do. Um, I do. I want that. I want that badly. I want to be able to help people get into the industry because it was difficult when I was coming up. I didn't have nobody to talk to and show me how to do certain things or just to connect with the people that I needed to connect with. Was what I needed. And it seemed like people were more into criticizing and telling you what's wrong with you rather than, encouraging you and helping you find different spaces to build you. I wasn't getting any of that help. So to run into this industry, and to just so happen to jump into it on my own, there was a lot of people that would come to me like, hey, how did you start doing this? I want to model. I can't I don't never see the casting calls. I don't ever get called or anything like that. How do you get in? So I definitely want to help people like me, people that's interested but don't know how to get into the world.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
I was thinking at one point that not necessarily because of the facial things, but I was thinking that modeling was just for skinny girls or fair skinned white girls. All the um, false narrative of modeling, and so when I started knowing people who were in the industry or they love fashion, it was they look like me. They was big breasted, tall, or they had the butt. It wasn't what I saw on TV. It wasn't what I saw in the magazine. And they was in their right flawless. And so that attitude was once I was able to touch a person, be a part of a womanhood of people who don't care what you think, that's their attitude, and you like it or not, they don't care. And so it was that
exactly.
that confidence booster to put those heels on, to put the jewelry on, to dress up and something, be like, man, I could see myself in that, or another side of myself that I didn't even know existed. That part right
Yep.
there is what I love. Like going through something with a leather outfit on or Teddy. So now it's to be able to see someone else dress you up, or you pick the outfit yourself and then you create from there, is an A1 experience that I could not afford to miss or afford to anyone to tell me not to.
Yeah. Yeah.
What else was there? So what is something else like in the actual industry that you feel can be improved on?
As far as like me, or what you mean? Elaborate.
In the modeling industry, like what are some things that you know um could be improved on?
Hmm. I I don't know. I guess I would say I would have to go with it being more like the industry being more accessible, you know? Because even now, it's hard to, even with me, it's hard to figure out, where these paid gigs are, what it takes for you to actually get in the way you want to be in. Like, do it take you taking a whole bunch of pictures and building your portfolio, and then, you reach out to somebody with a portfolio, and they ask you to come in or something like that. Do you need an agent? Like, do you need to pay for somebody to help you get in contact with the big businesses? It was just difficult getting into. I couldn't figure it out to save my life. And then I just got in contact with the local designers. I started searching stuff on Facebook, like modeling events near me, or casting calls, looking up casting calls and stuff like that, or looking on a page of the different designers from different cities that was by me, and waiting for them to drop a I need a plus size girl, or just reaching out to them and asking them like, hey, if you ever have any modeling opportunities, I'm a model, this is who I am, and this is my size. If you're ever looking for a person like me, please reach out to my social media. So it takes a lot, because it's like you become the business and now you got to sell yourself. But I really want to know, is there like other ways to do it? Because this is the way I figured it out, but somebody else might have figured it out differently from me. It's not enough talk about it. It's not enough people telling you how they got into it for you to be able to decide, how you want to navigate yourself through the modeling world. It's just like you get in where you fit in, and that's it. I just wish it was more accessible.
Okay. So when was it Tyra Banks was on Next Top Model, was you all into that?
Um, Years ago I was, but what puts me off about Tyra Banks is I've never seen her do a plus size show where they were actually big, like the girls that actually have rows, and butt and hips and stomach, because most of the time you can see some girls that's 16s or 14s, and it's all in their booty. You know, it's the butt that they have. It's never the stomach. But what about girls that look like me? I've never seen Tyra Banks even invest in a heavier girl. Like I've seen a bunch of episodes where Tyra Banks shows actually made me feel like I had to be 5'7", 5'8", and a size 0 in order to model. So I stopped watching Tyra Banks.
And what
Yeah,
about on the other side with like RuPaul?
I love RuPaul. I watch all his episodes. I love RuPaul. I think it's more heavier people in that with RuPaul than it is with Tyra Banks, for sure. I love RuPaul.
Well, there's the as we could say, somebody has to start it. Somebody has to be the
Yep.
trailblazer to, you know, it might not be nothing out there that looks like me, but I'm about to, push this. And that's why I like
Mhm.
the flavors of fall, because we
Mhm.
got every size literally in this.
Yes.
And is, there's no limit. There's no tall, skinny, it doesn't matter. If you want to walk, you're going to walk. If
Yeah.
you're committed to it, then they're committed to you. And I
Yeah.
think that's the way that is going to be successful, because there is nothing out there that I know of on that scale. And the bigger it gets, or the more it travels, um, they possibly could get the TV deal, who would have
Yeah.
thought? Just think about this. What was it? The 600 plus show. What is it called? Where the people are like 600 pounds
Is
or
it
more.
my 600
Yeah, who
pound
would have
life?
thought that was gonna be a show?
Yeah, my 600 pound. Mhm. They make all types of different stuff out of or into shows, I'll say that. But I'm starting to see more people indulging in heavier women. You know, not the heavier women that they were saying was heavier years ago. The ones that didn't have bodies. There, I see them actually bringing out like Fendi. Fendi just brought on a lot of heavier models and put them on their website. You know, and that's something I haven't seen in a while. People actually taking pictures of people like me inside of lingerie and then putting it on their websites. And then you have fashion shows happening all over the world, you know, but it just seemed like it's not enough push, you know, it's not enough of it being recycled to people like us so we can see it. It's not getting to us. You know, it takes years before we see it. Like I just seen a video last night from like 2 years ago of somebody that like a designer that came out. I don't know where they came out at or from. I was just watching the fashion show. But they had heavier girls on the runway with lingerie like two piece and their body was like mine, you know. But this is the first time I've ever seen it, you know, and that was 2 years ago. So where is the people that's doing it now? You know, that's what I'm interested in because it's coming out. You know, we just don't know where it's at or
Wow.
where it's happening at or where those designers are.
Wow. Yeah, that would be good research again. There's, as I said, the cyber bullies and things of that nature, we thinking, hey, you don't matter, or you got to look like this, you got to be from here, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to move to Atlanta, you got to move to California, New York. And that's not true. It might take us
Yeah.
longer, but somebody, as my motto has always been, you're one person away, one advice away, and one help away from where you need to be in your destiny. It could be you, baby doll.
It could be. It could be because I promise I'm gonna drop some stuff by next year.
And then
I'm
on
gonna
top of
have
that, you with a designer.
my
What?
own fashion show, and it's gonna be some dope design. That's true. It works out well for us, you know, with me being the model and her being a designer. We make a great collab, and we're gonna come out with a whole lot of different stuff. We're gonna hit the map, and it's gonna be crazy. But I ain't gonna talk too much about it because
I'm just
I want
saying.
to protect what I'm trying to grow. You know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was just thinking, I'm like, and you with
So
a
yeah.
designer. What are you talking about?
Yes, yes, yes. And she's dope. She's super dope. Y'all check out Happily Hurt for sure. She gonna come out with some new pieces. She got some pieces that she working on right now. But it's definitely gonna be some pieces in this fall show for sure. So y'all keep a lookout for her.
Yeah, she was one of the people that encouraged me in my music, as well as some of everything. That was my walking partner. So
Yeah.
again, for people who don't know, again, this was my photographer who did my photo shoot, my wedding, and she has been very instrumental in depicting me. So
Mhm.
again, I support her in everything that she do. If she ever asks me to do anything, I'm there. I try to be because I'm just as busy as she is. And even in that,
Absolutely.
this moment for her during her bereavement time um, is some things happen and it just take your breath away, even though because I know how close she was. And matter of fact, he was there at the wedding doing a video for my wedding. And so I know how important he was to her. So everyone out here, I want y'all to say a prayer for her, Mari, as she getting everything prepared for her brother's passing. It took me by surprise. It I had to take a moment and got quiet. I tried to call her, but of course, it was the same day of, and I know she probably didn't want to talk, but I'm always here. And so again, we never know why a person is sent in your life at that right moment. Again, I just met you, and we vibed in rehearsal as we I don't know what happened. Well, we hopefully she gets back on. If not, again, I thank you guys for coming on this evening. We had Marcus D. Wiley, and he's so funny. And we just had Baby Doll again to talk about modeling. I think she's back on.
I'm not sure what happened. Can you hear me?
Okay, I can. Yeah, it dropped out for some odd reason.
Yeah.
But again, thank you for taking the time out this evening to get on. Again, the closer we get to the flavor of fall, I'm definitely going to have as many girls on as I can so we can do a big old collab of all of us on the show.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be nice.
And so I'm excited.
That's going to be nice, yeah.
Yeah, everybody to come on and say their piece, and from the time that they started till now, we're closer to it. I just want you to understand that sometimes we got to be the trailblazer. We got to put it out there, start it up, be everything in all things until the dream comes true. So even in that, we'll continue to run the walkways, do your acting, do whatever needs to be done so the world will know who Baby Doll is. And then one day we're going to see her in Cosmetologist or whatever those magazines are, representing Michigan very well, and the big girls very well. So,
yes.
Thank you again for getting on tonight. And hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. No, Friday.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to be there for Friday. I'm still dealing with my girlfriend and her family from what's been going on. So hopefully I'll be there. But if not, I will definitely see you guys Tuesday. And yeah, I thank you for having me.
No problem. Again, like I said, once we get closer to the October date, I'm gonna try to get everyone on that wants to come on and like tell their story of how once we started the audition to all where we are now. And I'll keep up with you as well.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, enjoy the rest of your evening.
You do the same.
Okay.
Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.